It's Thankful Thursday on BBTV, the day we pause, breathe, laugh at all the chaos, that we call life. Because even when your nails won't let you type, your studio disappears, and your coffee betrays you, there's still something to be grateful for. So, y'all settle in, okay? Let's find the blessing hiding in your gravel road today. Welcome back, my BBTV family, my beautiful people, and happy Thankful Thursday. I don't know what kind of morning y'all have had, but listen, today's thankful, okay? Welcome back. If you made it here, if you clicked on this show, if you found a little corner of time to sit down and breathe, you're already doing better than half the country. That alone is a blessing. And I feel very blessed to have you here with me. So let me get all my stuff going here. You know how that rolls. Yeah, if I can remember to. Okay. Now, because Thankful Thursday isn't about pretending everything's perfect. It's about recognizing that life is messy, y'all, unpredictable, and sometimes just flat out disrespectful. But we still find the good tucked in between the cracks. We still find the laugh we didn't know we needed, right? We still find the moment that resets the whole day. And we find gratitude sitting right next to the chaos, like, hey, girl, you rang? I sure did. I did that today. So, you know how I know this day is special, right? Because it didn't ask permission to show up. It just walked right in and said, let me remind you of every tiny thing you've been overlooking. And honey, we overlook so much. Okay. We overlook how much strength that it takes just to get out of bed on days when everything feels heavier than normal. We overlook the way our own resilience carries us through storms we never talk about. And we also overlook the tiny victories. The sink that finally got emptied. That would be one of my biggest victories. The laundry that made it all the way from the washer to the dryer. The random text from a friend you didn't know you needed. Thankful Thursday is where we slow that down. We stop scrolling, stop spiraling, stop running in circles, and we actually give ourselves a moment to say, hold on, life might be a mess, but it's my mess and I'm grateful for it. Because here's the truth, the blessings we remember the least are the ones that keep us going the most. The people who show up for us, the moment that softens us, the things that make us laugh, even when we want to scream. Yes, even the gravel roads that scrape our knees, but teach us how to stand back up, right? And today, we're going to talk about the gravel roads because gratitude doesn't come from the smooth pavement seasons. Oh, no, no, my dear. No, no, no. Gratitude comes from the bumps, the potholes, the detours, the times you had to pull over and scream into the steering wheel before you kept driving. That's where the grateful hearts are built. That's where character comes from. And that is where the best stories you ever tell are born. And that's why this show matters, because every Thursday, we're going to gather right here and remind ourselves that there is still joy in this life, still meaning, okay? Still purpose. And here go my banner again. I don't know why that keeps causing me to slow up, but I guess that's the deal. I'm going to get back over here and say hello to my Patty friend. Good to see you, doll. So happy you're here. Always happy you're here. Very much. So, all right, here we go. Now, I know some of you talked or walked into today tired, right? Tired in your body. It's Thursday. It's almost Friday. Maybe you're carrying someone else's load on top of your own. Maybe you clocked into a job that drains you. Maybe nothing went right this morning. The coffee was wrong. The dog acted possessed. That's my house. Just saying. The dishwasher quit months ago. Been doing it for a while, but yeah, I got some nails today. Oh my gosh. Maybe nothing went right this morning, right? But yet here you are, Patty friend. And that makes today beautiful. You know what? It really does because of you, because you chose stillness and community and a moment to breathe, and you choose gratitude even if you don't feel thankful yet. And that's how it starts, right? You don't wait for gratitude to show up, you build it. And one small reminder at a time, one breath at a time, one segment at a time. And that's what we're doing today. We are rebuilding gratitude in real time, like putting a puzzle together without the box picture, That sucks. But somehow the people still fit, right? And by the time we finish this show, my hope is that you walk away lighter than you came in. My hope is that you remember one thing you've been overlooking. The appliances didn't act up. I am thankful for that. Amen, sis. There you go. See, that's my point today. That is my point today. Because come on, y'all. We all need a little bit of help here, right? Because somebody's got to help us out because my dishwasher, y'all, I'm so mad. I don't even want to talk about that mess right now. But seriously, my hope is that your shoulders drop half an inch and your chest loosens up, even for one big, deep inhale that your spirit has been begging you for. Okay. Settle in, sip something warm because, well, depending on where you are, it's cold here. I'm freezing my honey off. And let me tell you, I'll tell you right now what it is in Texas, what temperature it is. It is only 46 degrees. Now, let me tell you, he'd be laughing at me right now. I know he is because I'm freezing and it's 46. That's nowhere near freezing temperature. Anyway, let's just sit back in that chair like it was made just for today because it was this moment, this breath, thankful Thursday. It was. Okay. And now, with all that said, borrowing that from Big Jack. Let's get into this day the right way with a grateful heart, a little humor, and a whole lot of grace for ourselves and for each other. You had to let me tell you something. If you made it here, if you clicked onto this show, if you found a little order or corner of time to sit down and breathe, you're already doing better than half the country. That alone is a blessing. Hello, Cat Chill Vlog. Okay, Cat Chill Vlog. I love the name. That's awesome. I've got like all kinds of cats here. I'm sorry. I don't talk about dating on this show, but I appreciate your question. Let's see here. And Patty says, I'm with you, B. I'm in Florida and it's freezing here too. Southern cold is worse than up north. Oh, you're in Florida. I didn't realize that. That's so cool. I used to live in Tampa, or actually Brandon. And my kids still live there. They're in Beverly Hills. I moved them from Largo right before both the hurricanes. Thankfully, they're in a good house now. Not my paradise. Let me tell you, I'm not fond of that, but still. Jonathan, love you too, honey. I can't believe you're here. Hi, brother. That's my brother, y'all. That is my brother. Come to see me. Love you so much. You live right by Tampa. See, there you go. Man, I could have probably delivered food to you at once upon a time because I was Ubering out there like crazy. All right. There you go. See, you know how I am. I've already said I take those accents in with me, and that is exactly what it was. Now we know why we've got that common ground so much. Seriously. I had short blonde hair back then, and it was, about 5 years ago, if you're wondering. I can't believe my brother's here. Jonathan Dean Levitt. I love you, brother. Thank you. All right, we're going to get back to Thankful Thursday here. This is just a good day, y'all. This is just an awesome day. I've got something to celebrate with y'all, and I'm trying to keep it for the end of the show, but I'm really having a hard time with this because it hasn't hit that yet. I saw you live, so I wanted to stop in and say love ya. All right. Whoop, whoop. That's my brother, y'all. Look at that. Love you, brother. Oh, my goodness. Seriously, that's my real life brother, y'all. He's my husband's brother, but he's my brother. Plain and simple. Okay. That's so cool. This is a good day, y'all. This is too cool. You know what? I can't wait. Y'all, I got something I want to celebrate with y'all. Are you ready for this? Seriously, are you ready for this? Because by the end of this show, this is what I have to celebrate. And this is 14 months in, y'all. Check it out. Come on, get on there. Here we go. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. By the time this show is over with, we hit 1 million, y'all. I'm so excited. 1 million views, y'all, in just over a year. Y'all are amazing. Do you see what you did to me today? I may have to play that again intermittently. Maybe take a break just to clap for myself, y'all. Yeah. All right. I'll get back to Thursday and let that go. Ready, Des. Hi. Good to see you. Yes, already. I hit 1 million today. Yes. I missed you, Des. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you, Patty. Thank you so much. I have. Oh, gosh, you are so right. See, I had to take a minute for this, and I'm so glad I did it this time because, yes, 1 million views, y'all. I am so happy. So happy. I can't tell you. This has been a road, Thank you, Des. Thank you for being here for it. Oh, my gosh. It wouldn't mean as much without you. You know that. This is a good day for me, and that's why I'm thankful today. That's why this is not Throwback Thursday this week. It's Thankful Thursday. I think we need to sit with Thankful Thursday. Hey, Niecy plus sister, thank you. Thank you so much. It is a blessed Thursday. It is a blessed Thursday. I'm feeling so good right now. This is just amazing. Oh, I'm never going to get on with Thankful Thursday. I'm going to sit here and thank it away. And that's okay because I'm allowed to. I've worked hard. I've really worked hard. And you guys, I work hard because you like me. You really like me. Yes, I'm goofy today. Get over it. No matter of fact, no mean thing. I'm no petty today. We are thankful. We are so thankful. I am so thankful. And you know what this does for me? It doubles up because now I get to help push the Iron Sharpening Iron universe in 2026. And that means the world to me, y'all, because we are a team and we collaborate on just about everything. Our shows we're a team, period. That's all there is to it. And I encourage you, please, 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 please go over there, check them out, watch from their page, watch from my page. It doesn't matter. As long as you're watching, you're supporting the whole team. And that's what we're here for, you guys. That is exactly what we're here for. Now, you can do that. Okay. Best galaxy. And I'm just one galaxy in here. Okay. This is the universe. Y'all get to it. Just saying. Okay. All right. Now, let's see if I can try and get back on track because I'm so off track today, but we're going to do it anyway. If it takes a few extra minutes, that's okay. Boss man likes that. I'm goofy. Y'all get over it. All right. Now, because Thankful Thursday isn't about pretending everything's perfect, it's about recognizing that life is messy and unpredictable and flat out disrespectful. But we still find, oh, Des, thank you, honey. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I really have missed you, man. I hope you're doing good. I've seen a couple of your videos come up, and I'll stop and watch and get a thumbs up on it. But I've been so busy. I keep forgetting to leave comments. That's totally on me. My bad, man. But, man, you're moving up. You are moving up. I see you all the time on my feed. Go, dude, go. Okay. So we still find the laugh that, we didn't really know we needed. We still find the amount or that moment that resets the whole day. No, Desi, thank you. You've always been a bud for me, and we've known each other for what, a year now? Probably. I love you. Always have, always will. My neighbor too. All right, so I think I've lost my place here, but we're going to do this. We're just going to go ahead and get into my story because I am so lost. Yep, definitely a neighbor. I love you, Desi. I just want you to know that. I hope you know that. I do. So, okay, before I jump into letters and advice or anybody else's gravel road today, I want to start with something simple, something from my morning. That's how we do here because it's more organic. If you hear something about me, then you're more maybe and write me an email. I guess that's kind of the crude way to put it, but it's true. Because if you need any kind of reassurance, I'll give it to you right now. This is totally anonymous. You don't even have to put your name in it. Okay. I will only email you back if I'm going to read your email that day. And if I don't, then please understand it's in a file. I print them all out. I've got them organized to the days that I want to do them on. I try to be organized, but ADHD does not help me with that mess. But listen, send your emails in. bbtvproductions1@gmail.com. It's real easy. I got to fly away here. Pardon me. And it's, it could help. I just want to help. That's all I'm here for. I'm not a professional. I'm not a counselor by any means, but I am 54 years old, been married for 35 years. And guess what? I'm still here. And so are you. So let's get it together. Now, let me tell you, this morning tried me a little bit again. And no, thank goodness it wasn't a file missing, but my studio disappeared. Yeah, it got raptured. We've got all these new changes going on, but I didn't panic, thankfully. And I went back and I messed around a little bit and then I found it. I was like, okay, we're good. I don't have to rebuild. No problem. Then I did my nails last night. I'm thinking, man, it's Christmas time. I should look pretty, right? Especially when Walt sees this and I do this, 44. He knows what it means. That's what the Cowboys beat the Commanders with. 44 Hondas, 44. Yeah. So typing. It's been so long since I've actually done my nails proper. Typing. My brain's broken. 5 steps behind my schedule. I'm telling you. And every single thing I touched looked back at me like, girl, figure it out. Okay. But somewhere in the middle of all that mess, I paused just for a second, just long enough to remember that these little moments, the ones that make you roll your eyes, take a breath, or mutter a quiet prayer, they're also the moments that end up shaping the best stories we tell later, right? Hi, Big Jack. Good to see ya. Did you like that one, Niecy? Figure it out, right? And that's when I realized something too. Thankfulness doesn't always feel good in the moment. Sometimes it feels like patience, and sometimes like restarting. And sometimes it feels like rebuilding your whole studio from scratch at 10 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I was there just 2 hours ago. But it's still gratitude, okay? It just hasn't introduced itself yet. It truly isn't. So, today's story. It comes straight from the real-time chaos of my morning. The moment I decided that instead of spiraling, I'd laugh, breathe, and, bless my own gravel road, right? And I think that's my new slogan, y'all. What do you think? Y'all got to tell me in the comments. What do you think? I'm going to call it Bless Your Gravel Road because dang, it don't seem to get any better with age or with whatever. It's just not there. But all right, let's talk about this. Okay. So I'm going to walk you through my morning because if anybody needed Thankful Thursday today, it was this girl. I woke up feeling like a half deflated balloon, right? Because if anybody needed Thankful Thursday today, it was most definitely me. I'm just going to repeat that because it's true. It's so true. You know, the kind of day, that just that kind of balloon that just feels like floating around the living room for 3 days too long and nobody knows who's supposed to throw it away. That was my spirit yesterday and when I first woke up, and it's changed, but yeah, my eyes opened, my soul said, "Give me 5 more minutes," and my body said, "Get up anyway." Ah, there you go, Big Jack. There's another membership for you, buddy. That is awesome. Thank you, Patty. Thank you so much. All right. So I shuffle into the studio, coffee in hand, hair doing the absolute most, and I stop dead in my tracks. Everything, and I mean everything, is gone. You know what? I'm gonna do it now. I swear it may be a 3-hour show, but I'm gonna do it. I love you, lady. Oh, y'all, Patty is like my bestie here, okay? Y'all give her some love because she is the best, but seriously, okay? You crazy woman. I love you. I'm so off task again. You did it. Oh my gosh, Patty. All right, so back to my studio this morning, and I think Big Jack's had this problem before, but somehow I managed to fix it without having to rebuild, and I don't know how. I'll have to figure that one out too. Yes, Patty is absolutely the best, Big Jack. Okay, so everything, and I mean everything, was scenes. My cool new AI generated background that StreamYard made for me. I mean, I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? No buttons, no scenes, no filter. What? Everything gone. And I use OBS for most of my stuff. So this is like, oh crap. And, Big Jack works and I don't ever want to bother him. And I'm just like, not today, Satan. So pardon me. The old me, she would have panicked. she would have cried. She would have told everyone in a 50-mile radius that she was retiring from. That's the old me. That was yesterday. She would have told everyone, okay? Everyone. She would have blamed the universe, and not the iron sharpening iron universe, Big Jack. I mean, the whole entirety of the universe, the moon, 3 ex-boyfriends, and the guy at the taco truck for good measure. Because, man, the day after, y'all, I ain't even about to get in that story, but today, okay? Today I just stood there, blinking, breathing, processing, ADHD processing. And then I laughed out loud, a real ridiculous belly laugh. I didn't even recognize myself. Because at that moment, the only thing I could think was, of course this would happen today. Of course. Of course. This is my bad week for the month. But right behind that laugh came this wave of clarity too. A moment of gratitude so real, it snapped me awake. Okay, I realized I get to rebuild this. I get to create this show. I get to talk to people who show up for me every single day. And I get to do this work that fills me up in a way I never really expected. Y'all, I have totally realigned my entire channel to align with what makes me feel like I'm doing good. And let me tell you, being in a team is the only way to go in YouTube. The only way. Because, man, you know people. And I'm not going to go all shucks on this, sir. But let me tell you, I have the best team. I have the best community. And, well, y'all have already seen what I've done in just a little over a year. And let me tell you, every single bit of my celebration with that is with you today. But back to the story. Suddenly all the chaos, okay, that didn't feel like a setback, right? It felt like a reset. I made it a reset instead of a destroy all. A nudge from the universe saying, you know, hey, and this could be the iron sharpening iron universe that nudged me. Let me just put that out there. Because everything I do on here, I've got that in my mind too, that I'm doing it for them as well. Because you know what? They do the same thing for me. Amazing. So I started rebuilding scene by scene, button by button, piece by piece, because sometimes gratitude isn't a feeling. It's an action. It's continuing anyway. It's choosing to keep going when everything looks like it fell apart. It's laughing in the middle of the mess because you know deep down that this isn't the end of the story. It's just the part you're going to tell with the smile later. And as I rebuilt everything, I kept thinking about all the versions of me who wouldn't have handled this well. The version who thought one bad morning meant a bad day. The version who thought if the plan fell apart, she had to fall apart too. The version didn't trust herself enough to know she could recover from anything. I didn't. I just didn't. Just didn't. You know what? I'm going to put this one up here because I love you, Patty. This is why I love you, Patty. Thanks, Jack. But just a lucky person to be a part of the quality group you have put together. Amen. Amen. Yep. Amen. And let me tell you, amen to that one too. I'm staying on task now because I'm going to tell you this right now, Patty B. Patty friend. I love you, doll. I just love you. You're amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here to support the whole team. I mean, that is rare. We got somebody that comes in and supports everybody, not just one. And let me tell you something. If you do come in here and you want to support just Big Jack, I am okay with that too. Because my stuff is not always for everybody, okay? And his stuff isn't either. But if you don't want to see his, come see mine. Problem solved. And my granddaughter calls me llama. And you know what we call that? No problema. That's what I do. I'm the problem solver. Yes, Patty is so awesome. Love her. She's the bestest ever. So, okay. This version of me, this boss bee who's lived through storms bigger than OBS glitches, okay? She knows better. She knows gratitude sometimes shows up disguised as inconvenience, and she knows that the gravel road is where the real resilience gets made. She knows that every time something forces her to slow down and breathe and rebuild, she comes back stronger and smoother. And that I do. That I do. And I'll tell you the moment that sealed it for me. I'm sitting there in front of my blank studio, clicking things back into place, and I caught myself smiling, not because it was fun, but because I knew this was one of those days I'd look back on and say, yep, that was the day I realized how much I've grown. And it's true. It's not the numbers. It's absolutely not the numbers. But it's funny how thankfulness sneaks up on you, right? You think you're just annoyed, just behind schedule, or just fighting through a morning that doesn't make sense. And then suddenly you see the blessing in the middle of it, right? You see the humor. You see the lesson. You see the strength you didn't know you had. True. That's what today taught me. Gratitude isn't loud. It doesn't burst through the door with confetti cannons and inspirational music. Okay. Gratitude whispers, it nudges, it taps you on the shoulder and says, hey, look again. And when you do, when you look again, you realize that even the frustrating, ridiculous, chaotic mornings are part of the blessing. Because they show you who you are now. They show you who you've become. And they show you most definitely that your gravel road may be rough, but you've learned to walk. You've learned how to walk it with your head high and your humor intact. So yeah, everything went sideways this morning. But I'm grateful for every second of it because it reminded me that I'm capable, I'm resilient, I'm adaptable. Most importantly, I'm still here showing up on time or not, ready to pour into the people who show up for me. And that's you guys, all of you. You're amazing. And that is what I'm thankful for today. I woke up feeling like a half-deflated balloon. You heard me say that. And I am so thankful that I have this to show me that no, it's okay. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Not at all. All right. So it's time to give my voice a rest. Yay! We're going to get into our Bless Your Heart because you know that's how I roll. This is the Bless Your Heart letter. And I have another letter to read to you or let AI read to you. So now that we've settled into this kind of energy and walked through my little morning adventure, it's time to turn the spotlight outward. Gently, lightly, and with a smile maybe. I'm trying. Because the Bless Your Heart segment is where we get to laugh with each other, lean on each other, and remind ourselves that we are not the only ones living a life held together by coffee and prayer and a questionable amount of duct tape, right? And since today is all about gratitude wrapped in humor, we're keeping this segment light as a feather. No tears, no trauma, no plot twists, okay? Just a sweet little letter from someone whose week has been doing the absolute most, kind of like mine. And let me tell you, they are trying so hard to be thankful, but their household has other plans. So take a breath, get cozy, and prepare your heart to stay with me here, okay? Bless your heart. Let's get into this letter.
I have been trying, and I mean trying, to participate in
What?
Thankful Thursday like a responsible
Let's try that
adult
message
with
again.
emotional maturity. I woke up this morning, took a deep breath, and said out loud, "Today I will be grateful." I should have known that was the moment the universe said, "Bet." First of all, my dishwasher decided to quit mid-cycle. Not quietly, not politely. Oh no, ma'am. It made a noise so dramatic I thought it was either dying or preparing to open a portal to another dimension. I stood there thinking, I can't even wash a spoon without this house acting possessed. Then my dog, who normally only barks when the wind changes direction, picked a random.
Let me just say something as this goes through because, lady, the house I live in, my mother and my grandfather passed away in. Okay? Don't get me started.
Empty hallway to stare down like it owed him money. And he barked at it. For an hour, I kept walking over like, show me the ghost so I know what we're dealing with. Nothing, absolutely nothing, just vibes and bad energy. Then my dog, who normally only barks when the wind changes direction, picked a random, empty hallway to stare down like it owed him money. And
Wow,
he
how many
barked at
times
it.
are you gonna read
For an
that?
hour, I kept walking over like, show me the ghost so I know what we're dealing with. Nothing, absolutely
Really?
nothing, just vibes and bad energy. And then, the moment that almost ended my whole thankful journey. I opened the fridge to get milk for my coffee, and
Well,
what
that
do I
didn't work out
find?
the way I wanted.
An empty milk jug. Empty, not a drop, just sitting there on the shelf like it was paying rent. And who put it
Aw,
back?
thank
I'll give you
you.
one hint. His name rhymes with my husband who is currently on thin ice.
Yeah, that's the one.
B. I want to be grateful to embrace the blessings. I want to walk into this day with a thankful heart. But between supernatural appliances, invisible hallway monsters, and grown adults storing empty containers in my fridge, I'm struggling. How am I supposed to feel thankful when my household is running on pure chaos and questionable decision making? Please help before I lose the last 3 brain cells I'm holding on to.
Oh,
Signed, trying not to lose it, but also trying to be thankful.
okay. Let me just say, I operate on a half brain cell. That's why that video didn't quite work out as well as I wanted it to. But I'm going to answer it anyway. Thank you. I do need to save my voice, but I do need to make sure my videos sound right, don't I? Goodness. And I'm going to tell you, I am going to answer this one. And then I have a little 3-minute video that I'm going to put up so I can have a tiny little break in between because that's a lot of talking. And my voice is really almost gone. And my husband is way too happy about this. Okay. Now, come here, pull up a seat, pour yourself whatever's left of that coffee you couldn't put milk in. Let me talk to you for a minute, okay? Because what you just described, that's not a household, that's a spiritual obstacle course. And you deserve a medal, a nap, and maybe a quiet corner where nobody breathes in your direction for at least 2 hours. Yeah, I wish I could have that too. First things first, the dishwasher. Yep. Let me tell you something. Appliances know when you're trying to get your life together. They sense it. They wait until the moment you finally decide, today I am choosing peace. And that's exactly why they start sounding like they're trying to communicate with NASA. Okay, that wasn't a breakdown. That was a test. That dishwasher woke up and said, let me make sure she really wants to be thankful today. That's how it happened. You know it is. Your dog, baby. Dogs have one job: to respond to absolutely nothing with the urgency of a national emergency. True. Facts. If your dog barked at an empty hallway for an hour, that was him doing his civic duty. We don't know what realm he's spiritually aligned with, okay? We don't know that invisible forces he's beefing with, okay? We don't want to know. Okay. But he took that fight personally. And honestly, I respect it. Yeah. Last three. See, I'm telling you, if you got 3 brain cells, you are genius status anymore. uh, but look, he said, not in this house, not on my watch. That's protection, sweetheart. A necessary protection, but still, it's protection. Now let's talk about the empty milk jug. That's a pet peeve. I'm gonna try and be nice. The universal symbol, okay, of marital warfare. Don't ask Ozzy about it. The international sign of I live with someone who tests me. The emotional equivalent of stepping on a Lego barefoot. It's a pet peeve, I'm telling you. Nothing, and I mean nothing, will kill your gratitude faster than opening the fridge and finding a container that should have been thrown away during the last presidential administration. That's the moment your spirit leaves your body and watches from above like, is she going to make it? No, she's not. But here's the thing, sweetheart. This is the heart of Thankful Thursday. Gratitude does not require perfection. No, no. It does not mean your house behaves or people act right. And it definitely does not mean your dog isn't battling hallway demons. Okay. Now, gratitude is the ability to look at all of that chaos and still find something to smile about, even if the smile comes 20 minutes later after you've threatened to sell the dishwasher on Facebook, the entire family. So, thankfulness isn't about what's happening to you. It's about what's happening in you, right? The gratitude lives in the decision. I refuse to let these small irritations steal the joy I'm trying to build. And that's exactly what you're learning right now. You asked how to stay thankful when your home feels like a circus run by people who forgot the script. Here's how. You reframe the ridiculous. I said it. The dishwasher wasn't breaking. It was giving you a story. Your dog wasn't barking. He was auditioning for a paranormal TV show. And that milk jug, that was a reminder that you are, in fact, the backbone of your household and the only person who understands how trash cans work. It's true. Now, you laugh before you lose it. That's a big one. Sometimes the only way to save your sanity is to step back and laugh at the absurdity of your life. The comedy is always there. You just need the moment to see it. You choose peace one irritation at a time. Choose your battles, right? Not every battle deserves your energy. Not every milk jug deserves your meltdown. And not every ghost barking session needs your attention. You give yourself permission to be both grateful and annoyed. You don't have to pick one. You don't. You can say, Lord, thank you for my family. And also say, but please help them behave. Both can be true and both are true. Okay. You recognize that gratitude grows in chaos. Through chaos comes change, right? That's what I always say. Through chaos comes change. Anybody can be thankful when life is smooth. That's where the big reels come from. That's where the little videos come from. You know, everybody's happy there. But when you can be thankful in the middle of barking dogs, broken appliances, and empty jugs, baby, that's spiritual strength. Okay. Spiritual strength. That's character. That's emotional gym membership level gratitude. You know it's true. And finally, You remember that this is just one moment, just one. This morning isn't your whole week. This frustration isn't your whole story. And the chaos isn't your whole life. No, we get to sleep sometimes. You're allowed to breathe and laugh and reset and move forward with a grateful heart, because sometimes the greatest blessing is realizing you can handle more than you thought. So bless your heart, sweetheart. Bless your household. Bless the dog behind me drinking so loudly from his water bowl. Bless your dog and his imaginary enemies. And bless your gravel road, because it's shaping you, humbling you. Save some for the fishes, dude. Thank you. Sorry, you're giving you stories that people like me get to laugh with you about on Thankful Thursday. Okay? You're doing better than you think, and you're doing it with humor, which means you're doing it right. You know you are, right? Am I right or am I right? Yeah. All right. I am going to take a little break and let you see my new video I made for the universe. Right? Sorry, but he won't stop. He listens to me when I tell him to stop, but not all the time. Oh my gosh, he's a 95-pound, half Catahoula, half blue heeler, and he's beautiful. He's got one silver eye, one gold eye. He's got one ear that sticks up and one that flops down. He's chimera. He's cut all the way down the middle, and he's my emotional support animal, or rather, I'm his emotional support human. Okay. All right. Here's the 3 minutes. I'm sorry. And we're back. How'd y'all like that? Yes, please hit that like button. Absolutely. What you think about that, though, y'all? I'm kind of proud of that one too. It needs a little few more touch ups, but hey, 2026 is going to be our year, you guys. It is. I'm telling you. All right, honeybees. Now that we've had our laugh, blessed that household, and reminded ourselves that gratitude can survive dishwashers, pardon me, ghosts, and empty milk jugs, let's walk a little further down this gravel road together because the gravel road segment, okay, even on Thankful Thursday, is where we talk about the quieter stuff, the things that don't make you scream, right? Don't make you cry, but do make you pause. The things that sit down with you in the evenings when the house finally goes quiet, and the things that you don't talk about every single day. Now, pardon me, I took a break and I'm still scratchy here. But okay, you feel it, right? Even in the middle of your blessings, you feel it. Nice. Yeah, I'm glad you liked it. Yay. But today we're going to keep it gentle. We're not digging up old wounds, right? We're not opening heavy boxes, and not after the week that we've had, because we've all had one, right? Good or bad, we've had a week. This is about the kind of gratitude that shows up during the in between moments, the kind where you're thankful, but you're also tired and hopeful, but also uncertain and grateful, but also wondering when your turn is coming, right? How many times do you guys think, man, when is it going to be my turn? Because that's a real kind of gratitude, too, right? The kind that says, I'm thankful, but I'm also working on myself, or whispers instead of shouts. It's the kind that grows slow, like strength does. So let's step softly onto this part of the gravel road, breathe, listen, and let me see what today's letter has to say. Because somebody out there is trying to be grateful while carrying the feeling that you're falling behind, and they need a little encouragement today. Okay? And here is your gravel road.
Dear B, all week long I've been telling myself, be grateful.
Why? We're going to try that one more time.
And be thankful. And honestly,
BB.
dear B,
You're right.
all week long I've been telling myself, be grateful, be present, be thankful, and honestly, I really am. I can look around my life and name a dozen blessings without even trying. My family, my health, my home, my friends, the people who show up for me when I'm running on fumes. I know I'm fortunate, and I don't take any of that for granted. But even with all that gratitude, there's this little voice in the back of my head that keeps saying I should be further along by now. It's not loud enough to ruin my day, but it's steady enough to sit on my shoulder like a judgmental parrot. And every time I'm celebrating something small, like finally organizing the hallway closet or paying a bill on time, it whispers, yeah, but look where they are. And they can be anybody. Coworkers who seem to be thriving effortlessly, friends who are suddenly posting big announcements, family members who keep checking off life milestones like they're on some kind of secret timeline I didn't get a copy of. Everybody feels like they're leveling up, and I'm just pacing myself. Slowly, carefully, sometimes reluctantly. I'm thankful, but I feel behind. I'm grateful, but also a little embarrassed that my biggest victories lately are things most people probably don't even notice. And I hate that feeling, B, because it steals from the joy I know I should be feeling. I want to celebrate my life exactly as it is, without that shadow of comparison standing in the doorway like an uninvited guest that refuses to leave. So how do I stay thankful while also carrying this nagging sense that I should have more figured out by now? How do I enjoy the moment I'm in without feeling like I'm failing for not being 5 steps ahead? I'm trying so hard to appreciate my blessings, but some days, it feels like I'm stuck in first gear while everyone else is cruising on the highway. Signed, slow and steady, just wondering when my turn comes.
All right, sweetheart. I want you to hear me clearly when I say this, because it comes from a place of truth, experience, and understanding. The feeling that you're describing isn't a sign that anything is wrong with you. Okay. It's not a sign that you're failing or behind or lacking in any way. What you're carrying is something so many people live with quietly. That tension between being grateful for what you do have and still wondering why you haven't reached the places you imagined for yourself by now. It's such a tender, complicated, deeply human feeling, but it's not dramatic and it's not selfish. It's not even ungrateful. It's simply the awareness that you're still becoming, even while you're trying so hard to appreciate the moment that you're in. You're not alone in that tension. Okay. You're not unusual for feeling it. This world has created a constant comparison machine where everybody's accomplishments are displayed publicly and instantly, while the struggles and the fears and the setbacks and the dogs and the slow seasons stay hidden behind closed doors. You're comparing your reality to someone else's curated image, and reality will always feel slower and quieter, less glamorous, and less impressive than a highlight reel. Okay. The truth is, most of the people you think are ahead are either struggling behind the scenes or they rushed into something they weren't ready for, or they achieved a milestone that looks shiny on the outside but carries a weight you cannot see from where you're standing. Because we only see the polished surface. We assume we're the only ones stuck in the mud. It's not true. And this idea of being late in life, that's something society has manufactured. There is no universal clock. There's no deadline. There's no correct age or timeline for marriage or career, purpose, healing, reinvention, or even success. Life doesn't hand out synchronized schedules. I'm 54 years old and I'm doing better now than I've ever done. And I didn't even have to do anything but start my camera. Life, it happens. It may not happen when you want it to, but it still happens. And life doesn't hand out those synchronized schedules. Again, I'm going to say that. You're not behind. You're on your path with your timing shaped by your experiences, guided by what you meant to learn and become. And the fact that your journey doesn't mirror someone else's isn't a flaw. It's not a flaw, y'all. It's the exact proof that your story is unique, personal, deeply intentional, and designed with the kind of wisdom that doesn't rush. What you're labeling as slow is actually steady growth. My philosophy with so many things, and you know what? It may have started out with cooking. Slow and low is the way to go. I realized that when I got demonetized on YouTube. That's what God said. Slow down, learn more, do better. And that's what I did. And you know what? I haven't made it all the way yet. And that's okay. I know there's time. You're not sprinting ahead just to collapse later, okay? You are building something with roots, something with depth, something that won't fall apart when life tests it. If you had received every milestone you're longing for too early, before you had the tools, the clarity, the emotional strength, the boundaries, and the resilience, you might have lost them, or worse, resented them. I was mad at YouTube for me losing my demonetization or losing my money. Guess what? Wrong. Wasn't YouTube's fault. It was my mistake. And I fixed my mistake. Yes, sir. I lost my monetization a few months ago and I want it back. I worked my butt off. I totally restructured this whole thing and got my monetization back. And then I realized that I was doing exactly what I needed to be doing at exactly the right time. And so I aligned my show with the iron sharpening iron universe so that it's not about the money. It's not even about the numbers. Yes, I'm excited for hitting 1,000,000 views today. Absolutely excited. I am so excited I got my money back, but it's not about that. It is about the family that I found while searching for myself. And that's y'all. That 1,000,000 views, I wouldn't have that if I didn't have y'all. Okay. And I couldn't have received these milestones. Let's see. I remember when that happened and you handled it with such grace. Oh, Patty, honey, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Y'all look at that. I'm going to put this up because I want everybody to see this. This is why I did it. This right here is why I've worked so hard since I lost my money and why I got my money back. And you know what? 1,000,000 views. 1,000,000 views and people that support me. Okay. That is huge where I'm from. It's huge. And you know what? If you don't have support, you don't have much of anything. And I wouldn't be here without the support that I have. All of you, every single one of you, especially you, Patty, girl, man, when I go see my kids, I'm going to come find you. You know that, right? We're going to have dinner, something. And Des, one of these days, you and me too, honey, we're going to have dinner or something. I'm telling you. Y'all are all good to me. Y'all are really good to me. And I couldn't have gotten through all of this without y'all. And honey, that wrote this letter, timing isn't just about when something arrives. It's about when you're ready to hold it. And readiness takes time, experience, and reflection. Disappointment, building, healing, and a lot of moments that feel like waiting. Oh, yes, I love the Cracker Barrel because it's more. Oh, man, I've been to that Cracker Barrel. That was the first place that my kids took me when I moved there with them for a while. I was having a hard time, had to go see my kids for a while, but yeah, it was great. Yes, Des, we're going to have some dinner one of these nights. Watch and see. Okay. Let me finish this letter for her. You're doing the kind of work that doesn't get applause because it happens in the smallest corners of your life, right? Cleaning a space. That's been overwhelming you. That's my whole house. Yes, sir. I know you're in Dallas. You're about maybe 20 minutes away from me. We'll do it. I promise. I promise. So those little victories that you're belittling actually are the signs that your foundation is strong. Okay. Big blessings land on solid ground, not shaky soil. The universe is stretching your ground. This is progress, even if it doesn't look glamorous. And that's what I've been having to tell myself for the past few months since all that stuff happened. So I can tell you in real time, it's still progress. Think about how many seasons of your life felt chaotic, unstoppable or unstable, unpredictable or exhausting. Okay. Think about how many times you pushed through moments that could have broken you. Think about how many days you showed up for yourself. And even when you were tired or lonely, confused, discouraged, you showed up. You don't give yourself credit for these things. You don't. Honey, you and I could be twins. You do not give yourself credit for anything, do you? But you should, because that's the real work. No way. You're going to be in Dallas 2026. Oh my gosh, Big Jack. You know we're having dinner. Oh, it's on. We're doing a team meet and greet kind of thing here because it is on. Bring Walt with you. That's so cool. I love that. Man, good things are happening already, and it's not even 2026. Y'all, this is cool. But listen, anyone can celebrate a promotion or a new house or a shiny opportunity, but not everyone can celebrate holding their life together one small decision at a time. And sweetheart, that right there is what you've been doing this whole time. The reason it feels slow, okay, is because you're learning in layers: patience, resilience, self worth, boundaries, perspective. These aren't quick lessons. These are life defining lessons that determine how high you're able to rise later. A person who hasn't learned patience will sabotage their own progress. And a person who hasn't learned self worth will accept opportunities that don't match their value. I started out in YouTube kind of like that. I found my place. It's YouTube. I get it. It's not what you're doing, but it's the same concept. And I know you got this. You know, a person who hasn't learned to make boundaries will take on responsibilities that drain them. A person who hasn't learned resilience will crumble under pressure, right? You're being prepared, not punished. The slow season is teaching you the things you will need for your fast season. 2026, here we come. And I know how easy it is to look around and think everyone else is passing you by. But people move fast for all kinds of reasons. Some because they're truly ready. Yes, but most move fast because they rushed into something they weren't equipped for, or because they're running from anything. You're moving steadily because you're moving with intention. That's what I learned. I'm moving with awareness, moving with alignment. There's a huge difference between motion and progress, okay? And you're doing progress. Gratitude doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect. It never is. And who would want it to be? That'd be boring, right? Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring your desires. Gratitude doesn't mean settling for less than you want. It simply means acknowledging the blessings you have while understanding you're still growing towards something greater. You can hold gratitude in one hand and longing in the other, and both can be holy, but both can be honest and both can be valid. So, how do you stay thankful without feeling that you're failing? Oh my gosh, Big Jack, that is 10 minutes from me. Seriously, 10 minutes. That is awesome. We're doing it. We're going to have to make some videos for that. We need to do that. It's happening. Me and you. That's happening. People need to show up. That's happening. Yep. Yep. That's happening. I'm telling you. Grapevine. Oh my gosh. 10 minutes for me. Seriously. All right, wait a minute. Grapevine, like, are you going? Well, I'll talk about it later. Okay. So don't underestimate what it means to be slow and steady. Slow and steady people are the ones who don't burn out, right? They don't lose themselves in the rush. They don't compromise their values just to get ahead. They don't chase validation. They build lives that feel good on the inside, not just look good on the outside. They arrive grounded, stable, and ready. You're not behind. You're preparing for a life that actually fits you. The blessings you're waiting for, they're not gone. They are not withheld. They are not delayed. They are aligning themselves with who you are becoming. Everything happens for a reason and on its own time. Okay? And your thankful heart, even with its doubts and questions, is proof that you're already on the right road. The gravel might slow you down, but it's shaping you with every step. And one day, when your moment comes, it'll come in a way that feels effortless, natural, right on time. And you'll understand exactly why you couldn't have gotten it any sooner. You're not failing, you're forming. Not late, you're becoming. You're not behind, you're building. You're not stuck, you're rooted. You're not overlooked, you're protected. And you're not slow, you're steady. You're exactly where you're meant to be, sweetheart. Everything happens for a reason. And your gratitude, even when it's shaky, is guiding you forward more than you realize. So, before I close out this Thankful Thursday, I want to take a moment to remind you that BBTV is growing and evolving and expanding. And oh my gosh, we're happy. Yeah. And becoming something that is bigger than any one show or any one moment. It's a total movement. You all show up for me every single day. And for Big Jack and the Iron Sharpening Iron Universe, and for Mama Lions and Walt Talks. And we are growing, we're evolving, we're expanding and becoming something bigger than any one show or any movement. You all show up. Okay. If you love this kind of storytelling, these conversations, this space where we can laugh, breathe, reset, walk our gravel roads together, make sure you're with us Monday through Friday, every day at noon Central. For you, Des, that's noon. That's for us. So, circle back Friday. We've changed it to Friday. Guys, don't forget, we're going to read the second letters tomorrow, noon, starting out. And if you ever want to send in your own letters or anything like that, I also have, yep, this one right here. This sticker for you. Y'all can get our email addresses off of this one right here. Send any one of us an email. If you get one address and can't find the other, well, let me tell you, you can send it to somebody else and we will send it to them. Okay. Now, we're also building out the rest of the network. Collaborations, panels, Ladies Diary, Iron Sharpening Iron, Big Jack's new show, daily loops, documentaries. All of it is becoming part of this space where storytelling and community meet. And none of it exists without all of you. Your comments, your support, your presence. That's the heart of these channels and this universe. And it's why we keep growing. So thank you for showing up. Thank you for spending your noon hour with me. And thank you for being the reason this little corner of the internet feels like a place that people can breathe again. Stick around and stay connected, and keep walking with us. So as I close this out, I want you to take one more breath with me, not a rushed breath, not a distracted breath, but one that actually reaches the parts of you that needed this hour. Because gratitude isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about recognizing that even in the middle of this mess, there is still something steady, still something good, and definitely something worth holding on to. Today, we laughed at the chaos. We listened to the stories. We gently unpacked the things that we carry, and we reminded ourselves that nobody walks a smooth road at all. Like ever. Not really. Some roads are paved, some are winding, and some, like ours, are gravel. But that gravel shapes us. It slows us down, and when we're rushing, it would have destroyed it. The rushing would have destroyed us. Okay. It strengthens us in ways we only understand later. And it teaches us to watch our footing, honor our pace, and trust that even the most uneven paths can lead somewhere meaningful. So as you step into the rest of your day, I hope you hold on to a little of this lightness, a little of this gratitude, and a little of this reminder that you are doing better than you think. Give yourself more credit. You're not behind. You're not lost. You're not invisible. You are simply becoming the version of yourself that can carry the blessings you've been praying for. And that takes time. It takes patience. It takes grace, the kind you rarely give yourself, but absolutely deserve. So thank you for spending your noon hour with me, for walking your road alongside mine, and for making BBTV a place where real stories and real hearts matter. Take care of yourself today. Do something gentle. Notice something good and bless your gravel road. Okay? Every bump, every lesson, every unexpected blessing hiding in plain sight. I'm going to go ahead and play this Millie again, and then I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Until then, keep showing up for your life with a thankful heart. I love you guys. Have a good one.